Stop for a second. This video might offend you, but if you watch until the end, there is a real chance your next 24 hours will look completely different. Right now, you think your problem is laziness. It isn't. Laziness is just the symptom. The real problem is something much worse. You got comfortable with wasting your own life. Look at your average day. You wake up, phone in your hand before your feet touch the floor. Notifications, videos, messages, endless scrolling. An hour disappears, then two, and your brain already feels tired, even though you did nothing. So you postpone everything important. I'll start later, but later never comes. Days start looking the same. You promise yourself that tomorrow you'll wake up earlier. Tomorrow you'll start working. Tomorrow you'll become disciplined. But tomorrow turns into next week. Next week becomes next year. And suddenly you realize something painful. Your life didn't move. Everyone else seems to be building something. Skills, money, strength, opportunities. And you're still negotiating with your alarm clock. Laziness is not rest. Real rest happens after effort. Laziness is avoidance. Avoiding discomfort. Avoiding effort. Avoiding the moment where you might fail. Because doing nothing feels safe. When you don't try, you can always tell yourself you could have. You protect your ego. But this protection has a price. Every day you delay action, you slowly destroy your self-respect. You start trusting yourself less. You say you will do something, and then you don't. Your brain notices. It learns that your promises mean nothing. And that is the real damage laziness causes. Not lost time. Lost trust in yourself. Think about it. When was the last time you finished something difficult? Not something easy. Something that required effort. Something where you wanted to quit, but didn't. Those moments feel different, because action creates identity. Every time you complete a hard task, your brain records something important. I am the type of person who finishes things. That sentence changes everything. But laziness writes the opposite story. I start things, but I never continue. And after repeating that story long enough, it becomes your reality. So how do you break it? Not with motivation. Motivation is unreliable. It disappears the moment things become uncomfortable. The real weapon is much simpler. Action before thinking. The moment you feel resistance, move, stand up, open the document, start the workout, write the first sentence, do the first 5 minutes. Because laziness grows in hesitation. The longer you sit and negotiate with your mind, the stronger it becomes. But the moment you act, something strange happens. The resistance weakens, momentum appears, and the task that felt impossible suddenly becomes manageable. Your life will not change because of one huge decision. It will change because of hundreds of small actions that happen before your brain has time to escape. 5 minutes of work, 10 minutes of learning, a short workout, cleaning your space. Simple things, but repeated every day, they rebuild something you lost. Trust in yourself. Once that trust returns, discipline stops feeling impossible. It becomes normal. So here is the real question. Not, how do I stop being lazy? But this, what is the one thing you are avoiding right now? The task you know you should start. Not tomorrow, not later tonight. Right now. Close the distractions. Stand up and begin. Because every minute you wait, laziness wins again. And every time you act, even for a few minutes, you take your life back.